Hi, it's Yannick coming to you from my little corner of sunny South Florida. First things first, before I start my confession, I just wanted to show off this beautiful t-shirt and leggings that my son got me for Mother's Day with his own money. He had two. It's the sweetest thing he could have done for me. But regardless, let's get to the confession. Over the last several months, the girls have had several competitions. They've gone to a couple of competitions and they've done well. They've been improving, they've been performing better. So much so that at the last dance competition, one of their group pieces, piece by piece, won first place overall. You know, their hard work has paid off and we're very proud of them. And their coach is happy as well. But last week, they had their first practice after competitions because the competitions were in a row. And I had the privilege of sitting in on that meeting since I guess I'm their conditioning coach. So I got to sit in and watch what was going on. And the coach, she started by asking, you know, who wasn't there? Then she asked who hasn't been going to the ballet classes, which are mandatory. Then she asked who hasn't been going to the mandatory technique classes. Then she asked who hasn't been going to the mandatory acro classes. And lastly, who hasn't been attending the conditioning class. And one after another, hands kept going up. You know, at different times, they kept getting raised. And she was very upset. And she asked them point blank, then how do you expect to win? How can you win if you don't show up? And you know, she's 100% right. Here's the thing. She knows what she's talking about. She's a very gifted and talented dancer. She was on the team, though, before she was their coach. And she put in blood, sweat, and tears, and she became national champion. So she knows what she's talking about. She practiced for hours when her coach was there and when her coach wasn't there. She put in the time, she put in the effort. She had that hunger to win, and she won. It paid off. And you know, I realized, you know, this applies to dance, but it applies to everything that we do in life. How do we expect to do anything or succeed at anything if we don't show up, if we don't put in the effort? You're not going to succeed at work. You're not going to succeed at school. You're not going to succeed at weight loss if you don't show up. Is it work? Yeah, it's work. Sometimes you don't want to do it. Nobody wants to do it all the time. But it's that consistency. It's showing up and doing the work that pays off. That's how you can then say that you're a national champion, or that you succeed at not only losing weight, but keeping it off forever. You know, or you do well at work or at school. You know, sometimes it's not the most talented who do the best. It's the hardest worker in the room who does the best. And that's what their coach was trying to get into these girls. You know, the winning studios put in hours. Those girls go in hours on their own with their coach. You know, it's not like our girls that only have to go a couple of hours a week plus their mandatory classes. Other studios, they're there 4 hours every day. I know, I have friends whose daughters do it. So I thought it was a great message for a Monday, a Motivation Monday kind of message, because like I said, it applies to everything. Everything you do, you should give it 100%. And especially when it's something that you don't want to do. And it'll pay off. Trust me. Thanks.